Fantastic. Okay, welcome to Artio Home Studio. Today we're going to be getting into some yoga. The only thing you need today is a mat. For those that are new to Artio Home Studio, I am Fiona. My goal is to get core and toned this spring, especially when we can't go outside and we have to spend a lot of time inside. Today's class will be mostly focusing on the hips, so make sure that you, if you need like a blanket or a strap or anything, you can always grab like a sweatshirt or an old t-shirt. That sometimes helps. Sometimes I'll use my yoga bag as a makeshift strap on some things as well, but I'm using an actual strap today. Perfect. Make your way to your mat. In a nice comfortable seated position. Hands can be on the knees. You can roll the shoulders up and back. Closing the eyes for just a moment. Starting to breathe deeply. Expanding out the ribcage, out the belly. Letting the stress of the day go. Letting yourself a few moments to unplug, unwind. This is your time to focus on you and your body, how it feels. Keeping yourself breathing deeply there. If any thoughts come to mind, just let them pass. Now is not the time for it. Fully exhale. And in. Your next exhale, drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Lengthen that side out. Ooh, the pulls are getting wild. And exhale, drop the chin into the chest. And inhale, right ear comes to the right shoulder. Chin reaches up to the sky. And exhale, come the other way. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Be very careful with the neck. Especially now that we're spending a little bit more time on the computer, looking at our phones. Our neck is going to feel really tight. We're going to do that one. Exhale, dropping it down. And those of us that carry stress in our shoulders will notice a little bit more tightness in the shoulders and the neck at this time. And exhale, drop it down one more time. Oh, this feels good. I probably could do this for an entire hour, probably. Oh. Inhale, reach it back up. Take a moment. You can set your intention for the practice today. We'll be getting into the hips, a little bit into the shoulders as well. And from here, take the hands into prayer. Place them together. Start rubbing them together. Create that heat, that friction, and of course, that little bit of love. If your hands are freshly washed, you may press them over your eyes. If they are not, just press them about an inch away from the face. And they can go down over the heart as well. Slowly blink open the eyes and let's move into a tabletop position. So coming forward onto your mat, I'm going to have to tilt to the side, but coming forward onto your mat, your fingertips are splayed out wide, a big high five to the mat. Shoulders right over the wrists, knees are going to be right underneath those hips. So make sure they're not too forward or too far back. We want it straight under. Luckily, I'm wearing these beautiful strips today to help guide. From here, from this tabletop position, we're just going to move backwards, stretching out the knees, stretching out the toes, and forwards, stretching out the wrists and stretching out the shoulders. I'm just moving back and forth to allow that space to open up a little bit. And in, and exhale. You can keep breathing deeply here, noticing any difference. If it's comfortable, you can start going side, maybe around. Starting to feel what that's like, allowing the joints to open up, allowing that juice in the joints to start flowing. Allowing the body to just start warming up, going one way, and then I'm going to go the opposite way. Good. Going slowly, letting it come down, coming over to the side. I'm a little bit sore from classes this week, which is a good sign, which means we've been working really hard, so this should be very welcome if you've been following. If not, it'll still feel really good. Let's bring it back one more time. And forward one more time. Take the hands and place them in towards each other. So you're going to be placing, the fingertips are going to be pointing at each other just above the sternum. And you're going to bend the elbows, and then exhale, slowly, slowly straighten. Cool. Getting the backs of the arms. Again, one more time. Bend the elbows, and exhale, slowly, slowly straighten. Good. And last one, bend, and straighten. This time, take the hands, place them behind you. So take the thumb out to the outsides of the mat, and the fingertips are pointing towards the knees. From here, I place my hands really close to my knees because my wrists are not very flexible. So I'm going to come back just a little bit just to test it, and then exhale, release that pressure. And bring it back, and forth. Good. This is really good for the wrists. It also helps open up the shoulders. A lot of times we forget about the wrists. We'll just roll them a few times and move on. And one more time, let's release it back. Just hold it here for just a few seconds. Breathe into it. And then walk the wrists back out, being very gentle. From here, bring the wrists right back underneath the shoulders. Bring the knees back in, set up for that tabletop one more time. And this time we're going to take the left foot to the back of the mat, and the right hand taps to the front of the mat. You can stay here if that's fine, or we're going to lift up. Level 1, you stay down, just about an inch off the ground. We're going to lift all the way up. If it's too hard on your knee, put that sweatshirt, put a little blanket, put a pillow underneath the knee. Something not too thick, but enough to pad it. There you go, holding it here just for a moment. Lighten up those abdominals. We're going to exhale, bring the knee into the elbow. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. Inhale, reach it up. Good job. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach it up. And one more time. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach it up. Again, level 1, you stay low. Level 2, you're up here. Hold it here. Level 3, if you want, reach back, grab that foot, and you can extend out. Whoo, that's tight today. Oh my goodness. What we want to do, we want to make sure that this quadricep, this front of the leg, is still pointing down towards the mat. Pressing up. Exhale, release. And everybody can drop back down. Give me a cat-cow. Inhale, reach. And bring it back into your neutral spine. This time, opposite side. If you need to switch that blanket over, now's the time. Tap the right foot back. Left fingertips come forward. Let's strengthen up those abdominals. Really, really strong in that core to support that lower back. Making sure we have a nice flat back here. We're going to inhale, lift it up. Good job. Take that right elbow, slight bend in the right elbow. We don't want to lock it out. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach. Good. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach. And one more time. Exhale, knee into elbow. Really hard. Arch it up, arch it up, arch it up. Exhale, release. Level 2, you guys stay here. Level 3, we reach back for the foot. We can grab it and start to expand up. Ooh, hello, Poppy. I got a good pop there. Fortunately, you guys couldn't hear it. And breathing deeply there. Pressing equally into the hand, into the knee, into the foot. Exhale, release back, level 2. Everybody back down. Nice work. Give me one more cat-cow. Exhale, arching the back. Inhale, press the chest forward, tailbone towards the head. Bring the toes in together, widen out the knees. Sink the hips back, reach the arms forward. You can place the head down on the mat, or mine hovers just about an inch above the ground. This is your child's pose. If anytime the practice becomes too intense or you need to take a child's pose, you can always come here, and then you can always join us back in to the practice. From here, walk the hands back in. Bring the knees together one more time, tucking the toes. This time, we're going to lift and hover the knees. Hovering them just an inch or two above the ground. Press the shoulders out while making sure that neck is super, super long. And exhale, straighten the legs. Bring the hips up and back for your downward facing dog. You're like a giant mountain or a good pyramid here. So the hands are splayed out wide again, pressing the palms into the ground. And then you can walk your dogs to start pedaling those feet out. Walk it out. Now walk it out. Nice. Good work. Stretching long in the hamstrings. My hips are feeling it from bar yesterday. My hamstrings are a little spicy, so I'll wiggle just a little bit more. Go where your body wants you to go. If this is too intense for you, you can always drop down to the knees and just stretch out the shoulders as well. There we go. From here, take the toes. Rock up onto the toes, so the heels lift wide, but lift really, really high. Press the chest as if it's going to lay upon the thighs, and then sink the heels down. Ooh. One more time. Lift the heels up, press the chest down, and then sink the heels down. From here, start walking the feet in towards the hands. Bend the knees as much as you need to keep the hands on the ground. From there, once you get to the top, you can straighten out the legs just a little bit. Remember that micro bend in the knees is important. You can grab opposite elbows and just hang down. A little bit side to side here if that's comfortable. A nice forward fold. Shake the head, nod it. Drop the hands down, bend the knees, and slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Come back up into a standing position. Roll the shoulders up and back. Take a moment, open up that chest. You can bring the hands to the base of the spine, sliding them down the back, making sure that the elbows are not extending too far. Just open that chest just slightly. And from here, look to the right, slowly, or to the left as I am doing. And the opposite way. Good job. Bring it back into the center and shake it out. Top of the mat, you can have about a fist width in between your feet, or your feet can be right next to each other. Some people, it's very comfortable to be right next to each other. For me, my knees knock together. If that's like, ooh, this is not great, this doesn't feel great, maybe just about an inch, but nothing more than that, okay? We're like, I don't know, how big is that, 3 inches, 4 inches? I'm sorry for all my European friends, I'm not really sure in centimeters how much that is. But how big is your fist? That's how big it is. Here we go, hands come down into prayer. Reach the hands towards the face, up to the sky, lengthen out the arms. You can bring a little back bend if that's comfortable. Exhale, fall forward, coming into our forward fold. Inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, fold down. One more time. Inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, fall down. From here, place the hands down. You're going to move the right foot to the back of the mat and then the left foot to the back of the mat. Hanging out in a high plank just for a moment. Level 1, drop your knees down for a modified plank. Level 2, we're staying up in the high plank for 3, 2, and then shift forward onto the toes. Rock back onto the balls of the feet. Again, onto the toes, onto the balls of the feet. One more time, onto the toes. This time, everybody drop the knees. Elbows coming towards the rib cage, coming down into a push-up, down all the way. Knees, chin, and chest on the ground. Untuck the toes, bring the heels together. Slide the chest through, little baby cobra here. Elbows hugging the sides of the body. Making sure we're pressing into the hands slightly and rolling the shoulders down back. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, you can tuck the toes, and then you can come back up into a full plank or a modified plank, either way. And then exhale, bring it back for your downward facing dog. Pedal the feet. Starting to open up that tailbone, open up those hips. Yes, hips are going to be the focus. They're super important today. Looking forward in between the hands. If you want to start jumping on slide, from here I'm just going to step my right foot forward and my left foot forward, coming into a nice forward fold. Again, you can pick the hands up off the ground, place them on the shins, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold down. And one more time, take the hands out to the sides. Reach back up to the sky. And the hands come down. Open up that chest. Place them by your side. Pedal it out. Nice work. Let's do that one more time. A little bit faster. Hands coming, reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, fall forward and down into our forward fold. Inhale, flat back, knees on the shins. Exhale, fold down. This time, place the hands on the ground. Left foot comes back, then the right foot comes back. Hover here for 3. Don't forget to breathe. 2 and 1. We go forward and back. And forward. And somebody's calling me. I'm not sure who's calling me right now. Forward and back. We come forward, we drop the knees, elbows right by the sides of the rib cage. Chin, knees, and chest down on the ground. Untuck the toes, slide the chest through, and reach up into a little baby cobra. There we go. Exhale. Tuck the toes, you can reverse push up. So coming back up either into your tabletop or into your plank. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Pedal out the feet. Don't you just love a live class? Half the fun. Pedaling it out, rolling through the hips, feeling really good there. Ooh. Ooh, girl. Those hips are feeling great. From here, looking forward in between the hands. Step the left foot forward. Step the right foot forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back one more time. Taking a slight bend in the knees. I don't want to overextend them today. Exhale, rock it down. And then hands coming out towards the sides. Reverse one dive. Up to the sky. Exhale, bring it down. Take the shoulders, roll it out just a little bit. Nice work. Now that we're already warmed up, we're going to get into a little bit of a flow. So, connecting one movement to the next movement. I will be your guide, don't you worry. From here, hands coming down into prayer. One more time, palms towards the face, reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, fall forward into our forward fold. Good. This should be familiar. Inhale, flatten your back. Exhale, fold down. This time, the left foot's going to move to the back of the mat. We're going to come into a high lunge here. We're going to hover in this high lunge. We're going to come forward onto the toes and bring it back, making sure that that knee and that ankle are in a nice line. Maybe you need to heel toe this foot forward. It's my number one correction for almost everybody. So you're gonna come forward and back. Again, if this is too intense, drop it to the knee. But those that are in high lunge, we're gonna stay here, forward and back. There it is. Nice work. Again, you can stay on the knee, or you can lift it high still, bring the hands to the thigh, bringing it into a nice high lunge here. Level 2. Level 3, reaching one hand up, the other hand up, and you can arch the back just slightly, making sure to engage the glutes, so the glutes want to square off here. This back knee will want to sink. Unless you're in the modified pose, you really want to straighten that out. Reaching the hands up. Opening that chest. Exhale, tipping forward, forward, forward. Bring the hands back down to the ground. From here, everybody gets to drop the knee down. Ooh, you're welcome. Feeling so good. Again, shifting the hips forward here. We want to come into a nice low lunge. If you're already there, you're already feeling great in the hip flexor. That's more than welcome. Place your right hand on your right knee and start turning towards that right knee, opening up that chest. So I'm turning to the back of the room. You may be turning towards me or away from me, depending on which platform you're on. Reach the hand up to the sky if that's comfortable. If not, just leave it on the thigh. Nice, beautiful twist. Twists are great for our immune system, so I'm always going to be incorporating them into these classes. Exhale, drop the hand back and down. From here, the right foot comes to meet the left foot at the back of the mat, and the left knee pops off the ground, and we're in our plank, or our modified plank, either one. Exhale, shift forward, and fully come down, chaturanga. Untuck the toes, slide the chest through. This time you can come up into a full cobra. As long as your shoulders are away from your ears, you should have a good amount of neck. More neck. That's what we want in yoga, more neck. Right? Looking up towards the sky, push the feet into the ground, and exhale, drop it back down. Move back into downward dog however you feel comfortable. Exhale, bring it back, pedal the feet out. From here, bring the feet in towards each other, towards the center, back of the mat. And then this time the right foot picks up for three-legged dog. Bend the right knee, flex the right foot, and start to create some circles with the hip. Nice circles. Circle one way, and then circle the other way. Gaze is still down at the mat. If this is too intense, you can always do this with the left knee down. Nice tabletop position. These are also really good. Exhale, release the foot back up. Inhale, fully stretch, 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 and exhale, knee into chest. We're coming straight back. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bring it in, knee to chest. Inhale, reach it back up. And exhale, knee into chest. This time we're going to place the right foot down on the ground one more time. Woo! From here, heel to the foot out to the outside of the mat and bring the right hand on the inside of that foot. The back knee shifts down to the mat. We're going to come down into lizard. For my lizard pose, what I want to do is I want to make sure this right shoulder is right next to that right knee. Here we go. So you can see here, there's my knee, there's my shoulder. It's right next to each other. Pressing into it. If it's comfortable for you to come down onto your forearms, that's more than welcome. I just want to make sure you're doing the integrity of your back. Keeping the integrity of your back, that's the one. My yoga brain is already starting. Here we go. So we're gonna hover in this one for just a moment. It can be a little bit uncomfortable the longer that we stay in it, right? It's super, super intense in the hips. Good. And you can kind of wiggle as well. Heel to the foot back into the center. And then shift the hips back, walk them back. Toes coming up towards the sky. Bring the right thumb into the right hip crease and shove that down just a little bit. There we go. Half on one. Toes up towards the sky. I'm not going to make you go into the split like I do in my other classes, don't you worry. This is great for the hamstrings. And then you're going to walk the hands forward, coming back into our low lunge. Inhale, bring the back knee out to the high lunge. And then the left foot comes to meet the right foot at the top of the mat. Exhale, fall down. Hang here. You can let the arms just go a little bit. Dangle the arms just to have a little loose shoulders. As I said, a lot of people like to hold tension in the shoulders. So I just want to make sure that the neck and the shoulders are getting some extra love today. Bend the knees, take the hands out to the sides, reverse one neck back up to the sky, and exhale, come down into prayer. Inhale, reaching back up to the sky, second side. Exhale, fold down, full forward fold. Inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, fold. Good, this time plant the hands down, the left foot picks up and steps to the back of the mat. Here, we can stay in a high lunge or we can drop into low lunge, whatever you are feeling today. Staying in high lunge, I'm going to take my hands and place the right hand on my knee, and the left hand comes as well. Level 2, we stay here. Straightening that back knee. Remember what I said, you got to straighten that. You got those nice little stripes to show you that. Ooh, is it straight? I don't know, I think that's just the curve of my, voluptuous calf there. Here we go. Left hand reaches up, right hand reaches up, and we're going to hold here for just a moment. Now you have to squeeze that glute, squeeze your butt so you can stay balanced here. Super important to engage. And then reaching the hands back, back, back. Slide the shoulders down the mat. Or back down the back. I don't know why I said down the mat. See, yoga brain already kicking in, guys. Here we go. It means it's effective. Hands come back down through prayer, and they come on either side of the foot. Exhale, drop the knee down. Everybody. Ooh. Heel toe this front foot forward, 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 forward. Making sure that that knee and that ankle are just in the next line. And you can drop this into, into the next line. Bring the hand back to the center, pick it back up, and then this left foot's going to meet the right foot at the back of the mat. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, reach it back up. Into our upward facing dog, and exhale back to downward facing dog. Opening up that side still, don't you worry. We'll hit the other side in just a moment. This time the right foot's going to come step in between the hands. And this time we're going to pick up fully into our crescent lunge, feeling super strong on this side. Elbows coming out, 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 opening the chest here. Opening, opening, opening. Exhale, drop it down. And then this time, power move if you have it. Left foot comes to meet the right, and we're going to meet in chair. Boom. There it is. How'd it go? Pretty well? Exhale, drop the hands into prayer. And inhale, come up. Now we'll hit the second side. Just have to polish that off. There we go. Hands, exhale into prayer. Reach them up towards the sky. Roll the shoulders up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Oh. Nice. Now, for our second set, this time our left foot's going to remain forward, and our right foot's going to be the one that goes back. So let's pick up the right foot, send us to the back of the mat. This one may feel a little bit sticky, a little less open because we haven't worked on it yet. And again, what I said, straightening out that knee. It's not locked. There's like a little micro bend in it. Not enough to where I can actually see it bending. Let's take the hands up if you're feeling it. Hands come up. Ooh, first one's always the hardest. Let's bring the hips a little bit more square. Bring that right glute forward. Right hand reaches up. Left hand reaches up. And sink it down. Good job. Hovering here for just a moment. Let's bend into that front knee just a little bit more. Engage those glutes. Press that leg a little bit straighter. The back leg, there it is. If there's pinching in the back, come forward just a little bit with the torso. Exhale, hands through prayer. Place them down on the ground. Let's drop the back knee. Coming forward into that nice, beautiful lunge. And again, like I said, ooh, we got this nice angle here. Let's work with it. Heel toe forward if you need to. Breathe deeply there. Enjoy opening up that hip flexor, opening up that space. You can also do a little bit of an organic wiggle if that's comfortable. Just being very gentle with your body. Very gentle, very kind. There we go. Place the hands on either side. This time, the left foot comes to meet the right at the back of the mat. And we're going to sink down. You can always go straight back to downward facing dog, or you can move through chaturanga. Upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. See, now we're on the downward facing dog. Pedal the feet out for 2 and 1. Bring the toes together. Left leg reaches up to the sky. Sink the right heel down. Bend the left knee. Flex the foot. You can start to circle it. Ooh, this one. This is the one. This one can really feel it, that direction. I hope you guys are getting as much opening action as I am. And exhale, come the other way. Again, if this is not happening on the hands and the foot, drop down to the knee. More than welcome. Inhale, square off the hips. Exhale, knee into chest. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, knee into chest. Inhale, reach back up. One more time. And exhale, knee into chest. This time you can place the foot down on the ground, and everybody comes down into that low lunge. Hold. Place the right hand next to the left foot, and we're going to take the twist now. Left hand on the knee, and you can start to look up towards that left side. This time I can actually face you guys. Hey, how's it going? How's your day today? I hope it was nice. Really hope it was. Reach the hand up to the sky. If your body's feeling really good right now. If this is you. If not, stay here, level 1, level 2. Reach it up. Give the world a hug right now. You can reach back and come forward. This time placing the left hand on the inside of the left leg. Heel toe that foot out towards the edge of the mat. And then you can start walking into your lizard pose. Hips coming down. Again, shoulder is right next to the knee. You can see this a little bit better here. Shoulder and knee are best friends. My tricep and my calf are best friends as well. They're best friends. They're like, ooh, I missed you so much. What have you been up to? Okay, they're catching up right now. Breathing deeply there. Engage the glutes here if you're feeling too spicy in the front legs. Can also give it a little wiggle. Walk the foot back in towards the center of the mat. Place the left hand on the outside of the left. And then we're going to shift the hips back, back, back. Keeping that back foot tucked. Toes coming up towards the sky. Again, left thumb comes into that hip crease. Press it down. That's great. Good job. Breathing deeply there. Inhale, exhale. Good work. Allowing that space to just lengthen. Walk the hands forward one more time. Inhale, this back foot comes to meet the front leg, and we dangle the arms. Yeah, remember when we dangled the arms before? That's what we're doing again one more time. Yay, maybe they go in a circle. Maybe they go up and down. Maybe they go side to side. Just loose. If you're incredibly flexible,
touch the floor, just bring the hips up a little bit, straighten out the back just a little bit more, and that should help to just dangle. My fingertips like to touch. Bend the knees and slowly bring the hands out to the sides. Reverse swan dive up to the sky. Exhale, bring it down. We're going to do the highlight reel now. Reach back up to the sky, a little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. You should be feeling very powerful in the hips right now. Exhale, bring it back down. This time, left foot comes to the back of the mat. Boom, we come into our high lunge position. Fingertips on either side of the foot. You can stay here, level 1. Square off the hips, level 2, we pick up. You can come to the sky, or level 3, reaching up to the sky, feeling really strong, feeling super open and happy in that space. Lunging it forward, straightening the back knee, like I said, like I've been talking about, it really helps open up the front of the body. There we go. Exhale, drop it down. Hands on each side of the foot. Right foot comes to meet the back foot. You can go back into downward facing dog or move through chaturanga, upward facing dog, and then back to downward facing dog. This time, the right foot comes in between the feet, and we come into a nice low lunge here. Oh, so good. I love that moment when I just like put my knee down into that low lunge. Everything just engages. It's so nice. Bring the hands back up, and we're just gonna press into it. You can guide with the back hand. Little guide, it's not a push, it's more of a guide. Hello. There we go. And then drop the hands back down. Again, pick the knee up, and then remember what we're gonna do. We're gonna swoop up into a chair position. So this back foot comes in as we come up into our chair. There we go. Bring the palms together and sink back, back, back. So chair pose is really just our knees are over our ankles. I know they want to go over the toes. No, 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 no. They go over our ankles and then we sit down. It's like we're actually sitting in the chair. There we go. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, bring it down. Shake it out. Take a moment, close the eyes if you need to grab some water at this time. Little sips is more than welcome. Just gonna pause for those of us who need a little break in the hips. Take the hands out to the side, spread the toes out wide. Breathing deeply there. Here we go. Take the left hip, send it to the back of the mat so it comes forward and then swings back. It's like a little Ashtanga move here. So forward, it's like it always comes forward and then back and then we step. Or just take a step, it's fine. Toes are pointed towards the corners of the room. You can roll out the hips just a little bit if that's comfortable. Hands slide down until we reach about, say just above the knee. I never press on knees. And you can widen out the knees. I need to widen out the feet a little bit to start into my horse. So for this horse, luckily we can stick the butt out. You can't really see that this way. You can see my butt is actually sticked out. This is okay. When we do the ballet class, we have to tuck it in. But here in yoga, we can just stick it out and you just go side to side a little bit. Again, the shoulders like to creep up. We get a little hunchbacky. We're going to roll the shoulders back. Nice long neck. I love how I wore a hoodie to instruct you guys on how to keep a long neck. That was really genius. It's really why you guys come into the genius of me. Here we go, we're side to side. Roll it out here. Feeling good. Nice job. And you can drop the left shoulder into the floor a little bit, opening up that left side. And the right shoulder. Ooh, one more time, left. Looking up towards that sky. And right. Inhale, bring it up, shoulders over the hips, hands to the sides, and we're just gonna bring a little bit of strength into it. I want you to lift one heel up, and then drop it down and lift the opposite heel up, and drop it down. Straighten out the legs, point the toes in towards the front of the mat, You can shake out those hips, hands come straight up, and we exhale to the forward fold, wide leg forward fold. In this wide leg forward fold, however you want to take it is totally fine. I like to have my hands in front of my face, or I can flip my fingertips to the back of the mat and start walking back. Those that have their handstand, their tripod headstand, you're more than welcome to take it at this moment. That's when you just come down, and then your feet come all the way around. I'm still working on it. I'm very close. Hopefully I can feature it soon. And then from here, walk the hands in front of the face. You're going to turn out the right toes. The right toes are going to be turned towards the corner or towards the front of the mat, depending on your turnout. Walk the hands over there and then swivel this left toes up to the sky. Little half squat. The right heel should be on the ground. So if you need to adjust, however you need to adjust. Hands can be on the ground, totally fine, or you can bring the hands up into prayer. I'm going to sit down here. Breathing into it, and then drop the left toes to the ground, and then come to the opposite way. So the right toes are going to swivel up, and the left toes come out, 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 and the right one swivel up. Ooh, yeah, what did I say about hips today? I told you we're getting into them. We're getting in. We're getting right in there, aren't we? Good job, you guys. And we're going to do that one more time, coming over to one side. They're like little spidey lunges. And over to the other side. Good. And back into the center. Give me a forward fold. And walk the hands towards the right foot. Step the left foot back in. Come back up into standing. Roll the shoulders up and back. Good job. Very intense, especially in those deep inner hips. Let's come into one balance pose. We're going to do dancer. So that's what we've been doing all week, guys. Here we go. Shifting over into the right side. I'm going to show you facing this way because it's a little bit easier to have this side to the camera. So as I shift over into my left foot, I'm going to bring my right hand or my left hand to the hip. If you need a wall, go to the wall. If you need like a bar or a chair, I have my bar here luckily, so I'm just going to use that as I need. I'm going to pick up my right foot. So maybe this is enough for you. Maybe we're just working on the balance. That's totally fine. Or we can grab the back, we can grab the top of the foot, bring the knees in together. Slide the knees in together. Nice little quadricep stretch here. Level 1, you stay here. Level 2, you can switch the hand to the inside of the foot. You can start expanding out, dropping the hip down. Then you expand the left arm forward. Keeping a nice, beautiful shape in the hips. The hip wants to open. No, no, no. We push it down, we push it down. Stand out there. Foot up towards the sky. Inhale, bring it up. And exhale, bring it down. Let's go to the other side. This time, shifting over into the right side. One side should be a little bit easier to balance on than the other. So you'll notice that one side is a little bit easier. It's usually your more dominant side, the easier side. So those of you that are standing on your right, if your right side dominant, this should be a little bit. Next, I'm going to step back so we don't hit the wall. Bring the foot in, slide the knees together, reach the hand back out. We're coming into our dancer or our standing bow. Drop the hip down. Here we go. Breathe deeply. Inhale, reach it back up. And exhale, drop it down. Nice job. Shake it out. You guys are doing amazing. Bring yourselves to the front of the mat and come into your squat position. Whatever squat position you would like to take, either toes pointing forward or a little bit pointed out, heels on the ground. Facing this way on your mat, but I will face you right now. There we go, so we can have a little chat. How's it going, guys? How you doing? Feeling good? How are those hips doing? Ooh, my hips are spicy, but they're feeling good today. Heels ideally are on the ground.
reach on the ground. Most of you know I've had a knee injury a couple years ago, so my knee hip flexibility is still working on it. I'm really close though, I'm like very close. You can always take your blanket or your sweater and put it under your heels if they don't quite reach. And those of you that like to go at a crow in this moment, now is the time in your practice where that is more than welcome. For an arm balance. I guess I can show you as I tip forward into the crow. Yeah. If you would like, just if you would like, and if it's already in there. I'll be sending out more yoga videos on like tutorials on how to get into those kinds of poses as well. From here, we're going to drop the hands forward, we're going to tip the knees forward, and we're going to come into a tabletop position. So back to our tabletop, right back there. Wiggle the hips. Send them back, send them forward. Feeling pretty good there. Okay, moving into our pigeon. So if you'd like to take pigeon from downward facing dog, that's more than welcome. However, I'm going to teach it from tabletop today to keep it a little bit more gentle. The right knee is going to come towards the right wrist, and the right foot's going to come towards the left wrist. The closer the foot is to the leg, the easier it is. The further up the mat it is, the more difficult it's going to be. Normally, when you start shifting forward, your foot will just fall in a natural position. Then I take this left foot and I send it back, back, back. I love how I'm totally black and sinking into the mat. I really should put something else down on top of this beautiful black mat. I do love it. From here, my knee and my foot are kind of in a line. And this glute wants to shove down. We kind of want to sink into it. No, we're going to stay right on top of it. We're going to walk the hands forward and we can sink down into pigeon. Breathing deeply here. You can stack one hand on top of the other and slowly come down if that's comfortable. For those that want to go a little bit further today, level 1, you guys can stay here. More than welcome. Level 2 and 3, grab your strap wherever it is. And you can come back up into our high one. From here, I'm going to bend my foot and I'm going to wrap my strap around that foot, grabbing with the left hand. And then we can pull it in. The elbows go up to the sky, and we're working on our king pigeon here. Opening up that chest. So level 2, you would just pull it in here. Level 3 is the full extension. Again, a t-shirt works just fine, a hoodie. The strap that holds your yoga mat together. I think that's actually what this one is right now. Yeah, exhale, release the foot. Level 1, you guys can walk back up, and everybody come back up into your tabletop position. Nice, shake out those hips, roll it out. Now roll it out. And then shifting forward, the left knee comes forward this time, the right stays. There we go, you can drop down onto the forearms, stacking one hip on top of good. And then those that would like to go further today, you can grab that strap, kind of lasso that back foot, and bring it back and up. Reaching back down, releasing that foot. Level 1, you guys come meet us here. And then this time, instead of sinking back into tabletop, we're going to come onto our hip and we're going to swing this right foot forward, coming into a nice seated position. Again, keeping that strap or that t-shirt, whatever you're using. Maybe you're not using anything, that's totally fine. Strap is going to be towards the left side as I sink down, down, down onto my mat. Bringing my knees into the chest, shaking a little bit side to side, rolling out that back. So the most important thing in these next ones moving forward is that your whole spine is on the ground. So when I put my feet down, a lot of times
Maybe a space likes to come underneath my lower back here. No. Tilt the pelvis so that the whole entire lower back is on the ground. Leave the right foot down on the ground, and this time bring the left leg up to the sky. Those that don't have a strap, you can grab the back of the leg or the calf. Those that do have a strap, place it on the foot, bring it up to the sky, and you can pull it in this way. Either with one hand or with both hands. Yoga straps are incredibly useful. They're tools to help us really elongate our reach. So even though my legs are a little bit short, they don't quite reach, my hands don't quite reach my legs. So this is a way that I can help keep the reach going and keep the integrity of the pose. And so I can keep my legs straight instead of having to bend it. I can keep my legs straight so I can work the correct muscles. So eventually I'll be able to reach it. And again, a strap is not necessary. Whatever you have laying around the house that can help elongate that reach. That's the idea. Bend the knee, and then we can bring that foot down to the ground. Let's loop the strap, or you just bring the hands to the back of the right leg now. Toes coming up towards the sky. There's my twin spirit. I think part of the ghost that lives in this house. Toes coming up towards the sky. Again, pressing that back into the ground. Press that knee a little bit straighter. It's not locked, but there's not a big bend in it. Comes back towards the face. And exhale, drop it down. You can move the strap off to the side, you don't really need it. Bring the knees up to the chest again. One more time, roll it out. And then the knees go over to the left side. Like little windshield wipers, looking over towards the right, being gentle with that spine, especially because we just worked it a little bit. Inhale, bring it up, and exhale over to the right side. Inhale, bring it up, and then place the feet on the mat width apart, knees come in together. It's a little bit weird. Press the back along the mat, and then you can press into the thighs as well. This might help reset the hips slightly. And then we can do opposite. So moving into our Shavasana pose. If you need a little bit more hip opening, a little bit more hip action, you can bring the soles of the feet together for a diamond pose. This can be incredibly intense as well. So you can always take a pillow underneath those thighs, underneath those knees to hang out there. Or you can just straighten it a little bit longer, whatever is most comfortable for you. Moving into our final resting pose of corpse pose or Shavasana. This is your moment just to take effect. Breathing deeply into those hips no matter what position you took. Hips are incredibly grounding. Hopefully they'll help you sleep a little bit more soundly tonight. Release any tension from the face, any tension from the shoulders and the neck, and down the body. Wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. If you want to stay in Shavasana for longer, you're more than welcome. You can just pause there or turn it off and just hang out for 5 or 10 minutes. Those that need to move on, you can start wiggling and then bringing the knees back together. Rolling over onto one side and using the arm as a slight pillow. Slowly press up into a seated position, however that's comfortable for you. Again, keeping your eyes closed. We don't need to open them right now. I'm going to end the class with one Om and 3 Shantis. You're more than welcome to join me if you would like. If not, please just listen. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. From here, take the hands together, create that heat, that friction, of course, that little bit of love. Gently press the hands. An inch away from the face, everybody this time, because we've been on our mat. Down to the heart. Slowly blink open the eyes. Thank you very much for joining me for this practice today. Namaste, guys. Those of you in Madrid, I think clapping will be in about 5 minutes, so you guys have a little bit of time, grab some water, hang out. Those of you who are in the States, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. I love you all very much for joining me for this practice. Thank you very much. All my love.